It's Thursday. Thursday today. Hope to get this out tomorrow, but we'll see. So how you all been doing? It's a wonderful day here. It's pissing it down with rain. Like there is no tomorrow. I'd seriously tell you that it is manky outside. Wait, just a second. Wait! Oh, the cat's eating. I had some mince pies and I dropped a bit of mince pie on the floor and I couldn't find it. The cat's found it. Oh yeah. Waitrose mince pies, absolutely amazing. I thoroughly recommend them to anyone. So I do a bit of a survey. One of my previous blogs, I said I do like a mince pie. Seeing as we're halfway through November, yes, the 18th. So halfway through November, and so that's a month and a week to go. Yes, and then that's it. Then it's the big ho ho ho. We played Christmas music on the radio station, Sid Valley Radio, on about a week before Christmas, and that's about as much as I can stand. Christmas music is one of those things where I just really dislike it. Hey, can you see my eyes all right? Yeah, I'll put my light up a bit, sorry. So I'm not a great lover of Christmas music. Oh, there you go. So how have you been this week? It's, as I say, it's pissing down here. Still no Christmas music, but we're doing fine. I've got a new rig. I've got a new, my camera is now connected to an endless, one of these really big batteries, and I've got some carbon fibre rods and all sorts of wonderful things which are going on it. So hopefully that's going to make it easier to handle and all sorts of wonderful things. No, it's a really nice little rig for when I go outside, we can do some videoing outside. So there we go, all sitting comfortably, then I'll begin. So we had, I'll come back to Sid Valley Radio in a bit, but I just wanted to tell you about what's going on today. Over the last few days, I've been extremely stressed. I told you last week I had a little wobble. Well, I had to go and apologise this morning to the lady. And I apologised to her last week, but I had to go back this week and say, look, I'm really, really, really sorry. It was not really me, but I'm, just can't deal with stress too well anymore. And she understood, and she said, don't worry, and it's fine. But I do feel a bit over it. Never mind. So I've just got my tea here. Got to have some tea on a Thursday afternoon. I've just brought Anne back from downtown. Anne's one of our old presenters, and she has a lot of problems. And all she did is, oh, how are you, Anne? Oh, I'm really, this and that. And I really feel sorry for her. She's had an operation on her spine. And I think what's happened is some of the tissue has grown where they cut. Is the tissue has got bigger and started pushing on the spine, which is causing a tremendous amount of problems. So she is very, very unhappy. But she tells everybody, which is fine, because, you say, how are you feeling? And she's like, oh, I'm really poorly. So, I'm really sorry to hear that. So, yeah. She's okay. She's getting better very slowly. This is the problem. Any surgery on the spine, it really does take a lot of time. So we had the University of the Third Age in this week, and it is without doubt one of the funniest, but also very stressful times. So what you've got, and I don't really mean to be sexist here, but there's a lot of matriarchal women in their later years who boss everyone else around. Look, I did this, and when I was here, I did that, and no. And what you've got is I'm in charge of the teacups. No, 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 you're in charge of the saucers. I always do teacups. No, this week I want you to do saucers. Who's in charge of the spoons? I'm in charge of the spoons, right. If you want to start, so there's somebody who's now telling everybody what to do. So you're in charge. And it's like, oh yes, I'm in charge of something. Bloody hell. Then you've got people putting the chairs out. Well, I'm in charge of taking the chairs out, but I'm not in charge of taking them back. And they want me to put we've got a projector in the roof, or hanging from the roof. And we've told them many times, you just can't turn it off because the bulb will crack. So you say, right, you've got to just let it cool down. So if you're, one of these projectors, you turn it on and it comes on and starts warming up. So when you plug it in, they get a signal, it doesn't suddenly come out, and so it makes the life of the bulb a lot easier. Anyway, so I've told them about 3 or 4 times now, please do not pull the plug out. Because what it is somebody, well, I'm in charge of tidying up the PA system, and they'll just pull things out. Well, I never told. And look, somebody needs to be in charge. Somebody needs to run this. So, and we put the PA system out, and we put the mixing desk out. And I get it all working, and the first thing they do is unplug everything and plug their own system in. So one week I said, right, I'm not putting it out. Oh, no, we need it. So what do you need it for? Just in case. Just in case what? Well, just in case ours doesn't work. Anyway, it was all nice and tidy apart from lots of crumbs on the floor. They have tea and biscuits. So they go there and they have a meeting, and it's really good. Don't get me wrong. The University of the Third Age is really good. They have people in, they talk about various bits. I think I'm losing it. I'm just going to move that down a little bit. I think my weight balance needs to be adjusted at the front. Anyway, this is my huge battery. I'll if you see the pictures, I'll show you my new rig. I've got an R6 Mark II and this huge battery and a Ninja and all sorts of other things. Anyway, sorry, going back to University of the Third Age, they do amazing things. They really do, and they're amazing. They really are amazing. You've got to keep the old brain cells working, and that's one of the nice things about U3A. It invites people to start using their brains. Everyone goes on about being fit and keeping active, but you need to keep the old brains active as well, and that's one of the things that University of the Third Age does. Oh, the cat's in. Oh, no, we're licking ourselves all over. So they come in, but there are these really bossy... Hang on, we've just seen some... Ooh. Okay, the cat's just attacked my light stand. I've got a light up here. And she just went into this crouch and then attacked with a full... like she was a lion attacking a dinner. Now she's wagging her tail, so she's annoyed at something. Probably because I'm sitting in her chair. She just ran in through the door. She's got the zoomies at the moment. The cat's got the zoomies, so she ran in. So she ran in round the door, attacked the leg of the light, and then ran out again at a fast speed. These cats, I tell you. There is a cat up the road where I walk Luna at last thing at night. Got to remember to look at the camera, not my monitor. So sorry about that. So there's this cat there, which we've been meet. I think I'm doing better actually this week. Yep, I'm looking at the lens more. So there's this cat, big golden coloured cat, really nice, all fluffy. And she's got this, please pet me. And you go, hello. And then she's like, batting your hand away. Bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Anyway, there's little Munchkin, our little white cat. She dug her, oh my word, she dug her claws into me today like there was no tomorrow. She was sitting up there and then all of a sudden she went, oh, and just, and that was it, gone. And it was like, that was so painful. Anyway, dog's asleep on its rug. And she's nice. We've had a bit of a problem with Luna this week. A couple of days ago, in fact it was yesterday, she was sitting on when I'm in the radio studio, so she sits next to me And then all of a sudden she started getting very agitated, and then she started shaking. And it wasn't just a tremor, it was a real whole body shake, like she was in agony. No, normally when she hurts herself, she sort of opens her mouth and yawns. It's like, and that's about as close as she ever gets to telling me that she's in pain. But yesterday she was really distressed and was just, and instead of lying down, she was sitting upright. Not like that, but sort of dead straight. And, oh, cat's coming back. And she was just sitting there and shaking. I mean, it was literally, I don't know if you can see this, like that. And so I thought, got to take her to the vets. So I took her, I had to go down anyway, because she gets these, she gets a special pill once a month to help with fleas and ticks. You know, it used to cost me 50 quid a month on something called Aquapil. And now she has a NexGard or something like that. And it's meaty flavoured, apparently. Not that I've, not that I've tried it. So, yeah, it's, she's got that. That reminds me of a joke. Sorry, do you mind if I tell you a joke? There's this old farmer, and he goes to the vet, and the vet says, what's up? He says, oh, my bull's lost the urge. I put him in the field with all the cows, and he doesn't do anything. He says, oh, I'll give him one of these pills. He says, okay. So he slips the pill into the bull's feed. The bull, little glint in his eye, Viagra for bulls, runs through the gate, over the gate, into the field, and every single cow. Hee. That's the cat. And anyway, you think I'm going to say it tastes like peppermint, aren't you? No. Anyway, so he goes back to the vet, and the vet goes, what's up? Didn't it work? He goes, oh no, of course it worked. He must have done 30 cows in the morning and another 60 in the afternoon. It's amazing stuff. He says, so what can I do for you? He says, well, look, I'm getting on a bit, and I'm meeting this really blonde cracker down the pub tonight, and we're going out for a drive in my car, and we might get up to it. He says, can you give me one of those pills? He says, good Lord, no. No, you'll end up shagging yourselves to death. He says, what I will do, though, is I'll give you a quarter of the pill. He says, oh, all right then, vet. So the vet gives him a quarter of this whatever pill. And he says, come back and tell me next week how you get on. So he comes back the next week, and he goes, how'd you get on? He says, oh, it was fantastic. 25 times non-stop. And he goes, what, do you want another one? He goes, no, I want something from a wrist she never turned up. Anyway, sorry. Back to the dog. I'll try and slip a joke in. Yes, this is marked not for children, by the way. I feel like Dave Allen sitting here, you know. There were these four guys. Anyway, so yes, poor old dog. I had to get this tablet, which apparently tastes of meat. I don't know. I've got a sore wrist for some reason. Anyway, so I took the dog down the vets, and they said, oh, that's quite important. We can see you in 5 minutes. So, of course, the dog likes to go into the vets because there's a tin of biscuits. So she goes in there, and we're sitting there. She gets weighed, and she's lost more weight. Even though she's on an extra 150 grams of food a day, she's still losing weight. So 12 and a half years old lurcher. Be sad when she goes. But we'll make her really happy and do what we can to it. So I'm going to shift up again. So there we go. So I give her this pill, and the vet comes out. And as soon as Luna sees the vet, she goes, Luna. And the dog goes, uh-oh. And she bolts for the door. She bolts for the main front door, because she's trying to go in there for these. But as soon as she's in there, she suddenly realises she's in there for the maybe the thumb up there. Anyway, so the old vet takes her in, and she does not want to be there. That dog does not want to be in the vet surgery. So the vet's looking, and she's a really nice young lady, and she's going over the vet. Of course, the dog is, oh, this is going to hurt me. She's going to hurt me. Because every time we go in there, it's for shots or having the old glands done or something, and she doesn't like that. Mind you, I wouldn't like it either. Oh, I don't know, having a young lady put that. Oh, that's all right. We'll leave that there. So She tested her over and did everything that she possibly could. And she said, I don't know what this is. Without doing blood and putting her out and all sorts. And I don't really want to put Luna out anymore. She is 12 and a half now. And the last thing I want is for her not to come round. You know, so what is that? 12, 7. So she's, you know, 86 or something, 88. 74, 84, we'll get there. So, you know, last thing you want is to go in for operations. One of the ladies who's in the centre, she teaches yoga. She's well past retirement age. And she had a hip done 20 years ago. Incidentally, her kid, who is 50, has to have his hip done, a replacement. So I think it's genetic. Anyway, mine is still fine, and I'm 60. Well, I've got my letter from my pension. So anyway, let me have a swirl. So there we are. There's Luna is. She's checked over by the vet. The vet says I can't find anything wrong. So and then I go out and get the £75 bill. It's 20 quid for this tablet. It used to be 34 quid. For a consultation, and now it's 50, some over 50. So it's like, oh. Never mind. Poor little spud. She really is, but she's doing well. We were out today having a walk around. All she wanted to do was chase squirrels, and to be honest with you, these grey squirrels are, well, they're classed as vermin. They're not native to the country. They're an invasive species. They were brought over for food after one of the wars, and they escaped like the minks did. I've told you about this before anyway. So the dog likes to chase squirrels. It's in her nature. She can't help that. That's what the dogs do, you know. Oh, there's a squirrel, I've got to chase it. And Luna, she doesn't let them go, shall we say. So, poor little thing. But that's all she knows. That's all she wants to do is just get these. Anyway, the point of the matter is, I've forgotten. This is getting old, I tell you. Anyway, the point of the matter is, so poor old Luna, she's got the shakes. This is about the second or third time she's done it. So she just sits there and she's really physically shaking so hard. It's like nerves have got caught or something, but I don't know. She's looking at me now saying, why is he talking at me? She's asleep. She spends a lot more of her time asleep now. She doesn't like getting off the bed. When she was a pup, she used to just couldn't wait to get out. Now, she just sits there and sleeps. Cleans herself a lot more. But there you go. So it's been a good week. Let me have another slurp. So we've had a good week. Really enjoyed this week. Haven't we, Luna? Yeah, she's a good girl. It is a wrench, you know, as they get older. One of the friends said they lost their dog and it really hurt them. Now, I think that's one of the things you have to grow up with. I was told they're only with you part of your life, but they're with you all of theirs. And they do become part of the family. And all these people that mistreat animals, it really gets me. What can you do? Anyway, just reflecting on things. One of the rules we have in the studio is no politics and no religion. And it's been really difficult not talking about politics because of what's going on in the world. And you've got to be careful if you want to take sides. This is what we don't want. We don't want people taking sides. It's not good. So we try not to talk about politics, although sometimes when you read the news out, you've got to. Anyway. So I hope you're well this week. We're playing the radio. By the time this goes out, on the Saturday, which is the 18th. So 18th, I think it is. We'll be doing an outside broadcast in the town square. That's right, it's the Christmas light switch on, And then 2 weeks' time, it is late night shopping. So we'll be down there again with our PA system and doing it. 1 year it pissed down with rain. I mean, we had to put plastic covers over all the speakers. Then last year, it was so cold. It was like 0 for hours. And that was really, really cold. By the time it got to about 7 o'clock, I was really cold. Oh, the cat's here. Come on, here, up here. It was really cold. So I don't know what's going to do this week. This weekend, it's supposed to stop raining about 3, which is when I'm going to set the PA system up. We've got a guy called Ashley, who's one of the musicians in Sidmouth. He's going to play on his guitar, hopefully. And apart from that, we'll see how it goes. But if you're around Sidmouth on Saturday, of course, if you're watching it after Saturday, then don't, because it'll be over. I'll probably tell you about it next week, actually. Okay, see how it goes. We did, what did we do last week? Yes, we went to the Cenotaph to do we put the PA up for the outside. And everything was working perfectly until the church brought out one of their radio mics, and it just happened to jam ours. And that was really bad. So all of a sudden, my microphone wasn't working because the other one was too strong. Anyway, it's all sorted itself now. I mean, of all the frequencies you pick, it just happened to be pretty much ours. Anyway, that's it. Anything else to tell you about? No, I don't think so. Getting married in 10 days' time. Yep, 25th of November. But apart from that, yeah, it's nothing else is happening. If she sees that, I'm going to get it. Have a great day. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Back to my tea, I think. Oh, fuck, it's cold. Tally-ho.